Welcome to the Tuesday Top 10 at the Collective. This is episode 18 for November 7th, 2023. Don't forget to check out the last call for confirmed orders FOC section on the Comic Hub. That section becomes available on Wednesday. However, not everything is going to show there at all times until Friday after 5 p.m. And orders are due that following Saturday by midnight. That's to reserve your copy of any open order single issue or cover. If you want an incentive that you see on there that you like, remember that's depends on availability to the store. So reach out to the store before you order that, or send them a message to the Comic Hub if you're interested in that. See if they'll pick that up for you. See if they're going to have any copies of that incentive. Don't forget to follow the show on social media on the overlay that I don't have on. There it is. Discord, Facebook, and Twitter, and Instagram at Collective CCG, right there in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. All right, we got a lot of news this week, so let's jump right into it. All right. So we have, first up, Sean Gordon Murphy, who did the Batman White Knight series of books, as well as the recent Plot Twists series, is releasing a print version of his Zorro series. It's going to come out from Massive Publishing, which is the same publisher that's released Plot Holes. And that's coming out next year. That should be on FOC probably sometime in December. There's a look at one of the covers. It's like Amanda Connor doing that cover. No, I can't tell who did that cover there. There's a Joe Quesada cover. That's Sean Gordon Murphy. That's going to be a cool series. Make sure to look for that. All right. Next up, we got a new series from Marvel. The writer Stephanie Phillips. And going to be drawn by Paolo Vianelli. This is Black Widow and Hawkeye. So Stephanie Phillips' two Marvel series have wrapped up. This is her next series. And have some interesting covers on there. That's a Stefan Segovia cover. Does it show any other covers? No. Okay. So Black Widow is currently Venom right now. Oh, sorry, spoilers. But Black Widow and Hawkeye, that could be a cool, interesting. It's going to be a 5 or 6 issue mini. All right. If you didn't know already, Greg Capullo has returned to Marvel for somewhat of a farewell tour, as he plans on retiring from drawing comics soon. He's doing a Incredible Hulk #9 variant cover, which looks incredible. Sorry, I had to. This Incredible Hulk is written by Philip Kennedy Johnson, so if you're a fan of that work and you want to check this out, if you haven't already subscribed to this series, but this comes out in January? No, this #9 comes out in February. Very awesome. Greg Capullo open order variant. Looks like there will be an incentive version too of some variety that does not have any logos on it. Last bit of news from this page is a new run of Stormbreaker covers for December. So for next month. So these should start showing up on FOC this week. We have a Jan Bazaldua Ghost Rider cover. These are celebrating the upcoming new year. We're going to have an Invincible Iron Man cover, Daredevil Gang War, White Widow, X-Men Red. It's all going to have them. Here's a preview of some of these covers. Let's take a look. That's the Daredevil one by Martin Coccolo. CF Villa doing Iron Man and Tony Stark and White Queen. Nick Klein on Superior Spider-Man. It's like they're jamming out. That's a very cool Elena Casagrande cover for White Widow. For a second there, I wasn't sure if that was White Queen or White Widow. We got an X-Men cover, X-Men Red, number 18, by Vincentini. Chris Allen, Deadly Hands of Kung Fu. Oh, Shang-Chi's getting a miniseries for Gang War. That's cool. Lucas Wernick usually does these Stormbreaker covers. This is Daredevil Gang War number 1. And that's all the Stormbreaker covers. And that's all the news from that site. All right. I did want to touch on something, a couple things. All right. From last week, let me bring in the what's up, Cam? All right. The Dracula series by James Tynion. The store got some more copies in, so this is the A cover for that. It's drawn by Martin Simmons. This should be a really good Dracula series. It's Universal Monsters Dracula issue 1 from Image and Skybound. I'm assuming since it's titled Universal Monsters, there will be others under that banner for all of the other Universal Monsters. The store has A covers, which are by Martin Simmons, and there's one blank sketch cover. This was a reorder. I got some more copies in, so if you missed yours when it came out a couple weeks ago, make sure to come pick one up. Right. Next up, last week I covered this Superman or Return of Superman 30th Anniversary, number 1. I said that this was a reprint. I want to correct the record. This is not a reprint. This is a between the issues type of story. It is set during the reign of the Superman arc from the 90s, and it is by the same creators that, so if whoever did the Steel book, which was Louis Simonson and John Bogdanove, and the other creators that worked on Reign of the Superman are doing the story and art for these short stories in this anthology. But these are new stories. These are not reprints. So there's a few copies of this left in the foil cover. You might want to come check that out if you were a fan of the 90s Superman, Return of Superman. All right. Now we want to go over a couple books to highlight. This is the honorable mentions section. And we have a reprint of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin, number 1, with a new black and white cover by Peter Laird. This is creative team of Eastman and Laird, so the original Turtles creators. And again, this is a reprint of the series that previously was in Squarebound, and I think it was like a little bit. This also has some additional making of material. It's like a director's cut version. It's kind of nice. It's only 2 or 3 copies of that. All right. Next up on the honorable mentions is Dark Spaces Hollywood Special, number 3. It's actually Scott Snyder presents Dark Spaces Hollywood Special. So this is another miniseries in his Dark Spaces line. This is not written by Scott Snyder. This is written by Jeremy Lambert and drawn by Claire Rowe with colors by Jordi Belair. We have an A cover here, which is by Tamara Bonvillain. We have a Jacob Edgar B cover. And this is the Claire Rowe cover. Scott Snyder presents Dark Spaces, the Hollywood Special, number 3. Next up is a book that has bloopers. This has been on the list probably 13 or 14 times out of the 16 issues, including today that this has come out. This is one of the best series that DC has been putting out in the past year plus. This is Poison Ivy number 16. This is written by G. Willow Wilson with art by Marcia Takara. This is the A cover by Takara. This is the Otto Schmidt B cover. They have of course, there's almost always a David Nakayama cover. This is the David Nakayama cover. And this is a Mike Deodato Jr. Artist Spotlight cover. So we have the Marcio Takara A cover, Otto Schmidt, David Nakayama, and Mike Deodato Jr. on Poison Ivy number 16. All right, in at number 10 on the top 10 is Birds of Prey number 3. This is written by Kelly Thompson with art by Leandro Romero. We have one cover left other than the A cover. There's several A covers. This is the Leandro Romero A cover. And the W. Scott Forbes B cover. That's the last one in the shop for that cover. So if you like that cover, you might want to head up the store and have them hold that one for you if it's not already gone by tomorrow. That is Birds of Prey number 3. Kelly Thompson. It's a great DC book. All right. At number 9 is a quirky book by Boombox. It's a young reader's imprint for Boom Comics. This is Zawa and the Belly of the Beast number 1 by Michael Dailanas. Don't ask me. I don't know how to pronounce that. This is a story of a spirit of some kind that is trapped in a mountain where a factory of some kind was built, and then it's set free. And like I said, it's a quirky little comic from Boom. Might be worth checking out. The art looks really awesome. We have an A cover by Dailanas, and then a B cover by Jorge Corona. There is a Scotty cover for this. If you are on subscription for all the Scotty covers or FOC'd it, I was informed that you will get your copy, but if you like to pick up the Scotty covers as you find them, the store did have to reorder, so they will be in at a later date. This is Zawa and the Belly of the Beast number 1, number 10 on the list. Right. Sorry, number 9 on the list. Number 8 is Superman 78, The Metal Curtain. This is a sequel to the original Superman 78 series, set in the original movie continuity. This is written by Robert Venditti and art by Gavin Guidry. And in this miniseries, he's facing off against a Soviet Superman. So this sounds kind of like Superman 4, the story of Superman 4, but maybe good. There's the A cover by Gavin Guidry. This is an action figure variant cover of sorts. So a stop motion animation type action figure cover. And we have a very Christopher Reeve looking C cover. By Wilfredo Torres. Very awesome. Superman 78, The Metal Curtain, issue 1 of 6. Expect this one to make several appearances in the top 10 in the future. This is Transformers number 2 by Daniel Warren Johnson and art by Mike Spicer. We have the Daniel Warren Johnson A cover. And then we have the Kafu or Afu-chan B cover with Optimus Prime transforming as he jumps off a mountain. This is an adaptation of the original 80s Transformers G1 cartoon, so the story is very similar. If you're a fan of that, you definitely want to check this out. Guys, it's a Transformers book. It's really cool. You should really get one. Transformers number 2. Number 6 is a book that I didn't expect to like as much as I did, but I'm definitely in for at least the first couple of arcs to see how long this one goes. I don't know if it's a miniseries or an ongoing series. Marvel has not said so, but this is Jonathan Hickman's Gods number 2. This is, of course, written by Hickman with art by Valerio Schiti and colors by Marte Gracia. We have the A cover there, as well as a B cover by Mike Del Mundo. It's a very cool look at expanding the magic side of the Marvel Universe by Jonathan Hickman. Check that one out. That's God's number 2. Number 5 is more Marvel books. Marvel making a lot of appearances on the list this week. We have Thanos, the Return of the Mad Titan, number 1. This is written by Christopher Cantwell, art by Luca Pizzari, and colors by Ruth Redmond. This is the A cover by Lino Francis Yu. In this book, Thanos is facing off against the Illuminati. We have a Thanos versus the Illuminati B cover by Kendrick Lim. No, sorry, that's the Phil Noto cover. This is the Kendrick Lim cover. And then a Dave Wachter cover. So, Dave Wachter, Kendrick Lim, Phil Noto, and then the A cover. Thanos, Return of the Mad Titan, number 1. All right. Number 4. Javen, this one's your pick. I'm kidding. This is Captain Ginger, the Last Feeder. It's a sci-fi story featuring anthropomorphic cats in space. Why not? Comics, everybody. They're great. Sometimes they're weird, but they're great. This is written by Stuart Moore with art by a lot of X-Men fans will remember. This is interior art by June Brigman. So you might want to check that out. There are only 3 copies of this in the store if you are interested. This is Captain Ginger, the Last Feeder, number 1. Number 3, back to Marvel. Star Wars, The High Republic, number 1. This is volume 3 of The High Republic. So the story continues from the first 2 volumes. This is, again, written by Kevin Scott, just like the first 2 volumes. It's got interior art by Ario Nindito and Jim Teo, and inks by Mark Morales. This is the A cover. This is a Phil Noto cover. We have an Annie Wu B cover and a Miko Soyan C cover. Star Wars, The High Republic, Volume 3, number 1. All right, number 2. It's another one of those books that if this is number 2, the number 1 must be really awesome. This is a new Punisher series. This is not Frank Castle. This is a different person as the Punisher. Same person, different person, same story. It's about vengeance. If you like John Wick, if you like Punisher, this is going to be a book you'll want to check out. This is written by David Pepose with art by Dave Wachter and colors by Dan Brown. The A cover here is by Rod Heiss. The B cover is another Phil Noto cover. Right there. Again, there was a Scotty Young. It's all been claimed. If you are a all Scotty Young cover person, you should have yours. If not, you might need to reorder that. And then the final cover is another Miko Soyan painted cover. Punisher, number 1. All new, all different Punisher. I'm going to check that one out. I'm very interested in that. And number 1 on the list this week, probably should have come out a couple weeks ago because of Halloween. But this book is going to be great, I think. This is What If Dark, The Tomb of Dracula. Another 80s throwback. Definitely because it's written by Marv Wolfman, the original creator of the Tomb of Dracula series for Marvel. And we have interior art by David Cutler. And we have 2 covers for this. We have an A cover by Giuseppe Camuncoli and an Art Germ B cover on What If Dark, The Tomb of Dracula, number 1. And at number 1 for the week, I do not